nothing that he can't do. There is no field in which he can't venture, and there is no place where he can't go. They are commissioned. They have actually signed a check of their life for the country. They are commissioned officers. At the end of this, I'm going to ask 249 to enlighten us on what is commissioned officers. How are they different from other officers of the country? Why are they considered different? Commissioned officers, just number 249.
Hello everyone. This is chess number 249.
Are you on the video? Yeah. Yeah, please go ahead on the commissioned officers. As in the Ankur Group series, we are going through the Sunday inspirational. The last speaker to call and speak upon the topic commissioned officers of the armed forces. What are their special status? Why are they different from them? And what is so different about their status? Go ahead, 249.
Hello everyone. This is chess number 249. I joined this Ankur Group on 18th of July with my mentor, Captain Shyam Kumar. And my topic is about commissioned officer. An officer is a member of the armed forces with ranks, and these officers are commissioned through different services after joining through Service Selection Board. And basically these officers are Sir, I'm not prepared well.
Yeah, continue, speak. Everybody is listening to you, whatever you want to say.
These commissioned officers, they hold a great power and responsibility in armed forces as they are selected to be a leader from different institute as they are highly qualified to serve the nation. And there are two types of commissioned officers. There is junior commissioned officers and other commissioned officers with different varieties of ranks. And these commissioned officers, they do different tasks, and most of them are also selected for the guard of the president. Thank you, sir.
All right, commissioned officers is a status. Thank you, chess number 249. He joined recently. He's from Arunachal Pradesh. He's not talked about his endeavors. You didn't introduce yourself well. Chess number 249 is a Sainik School product, and from Arunachal Pradesh, a border district, a very, very important district, center of strategic interest for the country. And right now he's, I think, pursuing for his CDS 2, and he is undergoing mentoring for last 1 month with us for preparation towards the joining armed forces through CDS entry and SSB endeavors. All right. So Article 18 of the Constitution. Article 18 of the Constitution of India, okay, permits the defense officers to even carry their rank after retirement. Only the armed forces officers are entitled to carry their ranks after retirement. I will come to that later, but just two minutes I will touch upon the status of commissioned officers. All the officers of the Indian Armed Forces are actually commissioned into the service by the direct signatory order of President of India. The Supreme Commander of Armed Forces is President, and although all other officers are also given they are also commissioned by UPSC in a different manner. The armed forces officers are commissioned directly by the President's order, whereas other civil officers, their name is published in the Gazette of India. That is a major difference. Even I am carrying a certificate signed by the President when I was commissioned. So that is the one difference. The oath which is taken by an army officer and a civil officer is little different. I will read the oath for you. When an army officer takes an oath, army officer then takes a oath. The oath of a civil government is, I do swear solemnly affirm that I will be faithful and bear the true allegiance to the India and to the Constitution of India as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India, and that I will carry out the duties of my office honestly and with impartiality. This is a civil officer's oath of allegiance into the service. What does a military officer do? Listen to this. Oath of commissioned officer. I hereby solemnly swear that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the India as by law established, and that I will, as in duty bound, honestly and faithfully serve the regular army of the Union of India and go whenever ordered by land, sea, or air, that I will observe and obey all the commands of the President of the Union of India and the commands of any officer set above me, even to the peril of my life. This is the oath taken by the officer. That means he signs a blank check to this service that whatever you do, I will go ahead. An army officer cannot refuse a posting or a particular place. He cannot go on long leave. He cannot disobey that I will not go. It will be caused as a mutiny and a rebellion attitude, and he will be punished for it. Wherein civil officer may just take leave and resign from his post. The army officer cannot resign from his post. These are the privileges. That's why he is called by a particular rank, and the rank carries with him. In other words, you've handed over everything. Army has written anything constitutionally, a commission officer is supposed to guard the flag of the country. He can carry the flag and go ahead. Columbus went and found out, Vasco da Gama came to India. The people used to go travel to other countries and hold a land, and that land used to become yours. You used to fly the flag of the country. So the commission officers uphold the status of the flag. That's why the governor and the presidents are guarded by the commission officers. Whenever there is a state funeral, whenever somebody dies and the government declares a state funeral, the tricolor is wrapped on the dead body, and thereafter, till the time tricolor is on the body, one of the commission officer will 24 hours stands with the dead body till the time the rituals take place. These are the privileges of the state flag, which is upheld by the armed forces by the constitutional acts. So the armed forces have a different status in the society, in the constitution. Whenever two officers of the same rank, like colonel or a joint secretary or a major general or something like that, have to be given a chance to stay together in a meeting or wherever, the officer of the armed forces always takes the higher seniority among the same rank. Okay, so these are the privileges that an army officer gets. He can keep his rank after the retirement. The rank never retires. The officer retires. Jindagi ke saath bhi, jindagi ke baad bhi, in the service and beyond the service. So this is a privilege of the armed forces. There are a lot more to speak about the commissioned officers. 249 has prepared something. I just wanted to moderate it and add a little bit, not much. So that's all for the day, ladies and gentlemen. I have dealt with today a little bit of, we all endeavored with the help of the speakers. They have done a very good job. They have prepared for the last 1 or 2 days. Today morning also, whole day we have spent on revising our facts and figures and preparing ourselves well in the team. I am happy that all of you erected in a very timely manner and a short notice. 176, 114 and 258 for giving me technical support, and all the speakers 225, 226 and so on. I had requested many more to participate today because of certain festivals on in Maharashtra, certain festivals in here and there, and general mood, a lot of rain somewhere, network problems, people have not been able to participate. We'll meet in the Sunday Inspirational on a regular basis or Wednesday bands. Those who are interested in speaking, please come up with your topic and a video. Keep it ready so that on the last moment we don't bother and we get on to the job directly without much ado. And secondly, I would like all of you, those who are new observers, those who don't have my registration number, a simple process of carrying out a registration by just saying what is your name, which class you are studying, what are your aims in life, and when you want to give exam, and what is your interest in joining Ankur Group. These are no compulsions for any conditions to join. It is just to give the data to me so that I can save them, keep you in the broadcast list, and next time when I say send my poster for web links, you will be able to get it. In case you feel better off and you want to associate with us further, you are welcome to join us and listen to us for the personality development. And I can send you the YouTube channels, videos, etc. Any questions anybody has? Otherwise, we have finished for the day. All
yes
right.
sir.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
सर ये लद्दाख स्काउट और ये सिक्किम स्काउट्स ये रेजिमेंट ये अलग होती हैं, सिर्फ इन्फेंट्री रेजिमेंट ही होती हैं सर?
लद्दाख स्काउट्स जो है एक स्पेशल अलग से रेजिमेंट बनाई गई हैं जो हमारे लद्दाख के यूनिट्स के लिए लोकली बनाए गए हैं। जैसे कुछ हमारे पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस के तरह तो नहीं है, पर उसके बीच के यूनिट है। जैसे हमारे राष्ट्रीय राइफल्स है, आपने नाम सुना होगा, करेक्ट?
यस सर।
तो इस तरह की यूनिट्स कुछ बनाए हुए हैं जिसमें हमें उनकी जरूरत है उस स्पेशलाइज्ड जगह पे काम करने की। तो ये डायरेक्टली इंडियन आर्मी के साथ नहीं है, पर इंडियन आर्मी के थ्रू गवर्न होती है। कुछ बहुत सारे ऐसी यूनिट्स हैं जो इंडियन आर्मी के साथ साथ काम कर रही हैं, और स्पेशल फ्रंटियर फोर्स है, SSF है, ये जब जो है जो काम कर रही हैं, पर उनका डायरेक्ट रिलेशन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑपरेशंस थोड़ा इधर से थोड़ा उधर से करके उनको बनाया गया है। एग्जैक्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको जाननी है तो आप मुझे कांटेक्ट करें, मैं आपको लद्दाख के बारे में पूरी जानकारी, लद्दाख स्काउट्स एंड गाइड्स के बारे में, कब बना, क्यों से बना, क्यों बनाया गया, और वहां के जो सेफर्ड्स थे, वहां के जो गडेरिये थे, और जो हमारे 1948 में और उसके बाद दूसरे जो वार हुई उसमें उन्होंने कैसे मदद किया हमको, ये सब जानकारी आपको हम देंगे। ओके।
ये असम राइफल सर पैरामिलिट्री फोर्स है सर, आर्मी का ही पार्ट है सर ये?
आसाम राइफल का डबल एग्जिस्टेंस है, उसकी ऑपरेशनल कंट्रोल इंडियन आर्मी के पास है और उसकी जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कंट्रोल है वो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स के पास है।
ओके,
ठीक है। हाँ, आसाम राइफल्स अलग अलग हैं, ऐसे छोटे छोटे यूनिट्स बनाए गए हैं जिनको हम पूरी तरह से इंटीग्रेट नहीं कर पाए। जैसे राष्ट्रीय राइफल के बारे में सुना आपने?
यस सर।
तो राष्ट्रीय राइफल भी ऐसी एक संस्था है जो जिसके जो डीजी हैं वो इंडियन आर्मी से होते हैं, ऑपरेशनल कंट्रोल इंडियन आर्मी करती है उनको। ठीक है।
यस सर।
लेकिन उनके अपने कार्डर है, उनका अपना रिक्रूटमेंट भी होता है। ऑफिसर्स सारे के सारे इंडियन आर्मी से जाते हैं, जवान नीचे से उनके रिक्रूट भी होते हैं थोड़े। ठीक है।
यस सर, वो पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस से भी आते हैं सर शायद?
हाँ, उसमें आते हैं सभी जगह से। फिलहाल अभी इंडियन आर्मी पे कंसंट्रेट करें। आप इंडियन आर्मी में जाना चाह रहे हैं, इंडियन आर्मी को पूरी तरह से जान लीजिए। ठीक है।
ओके सर।
Okay, thank you very much, all of you, and please say hello to me on WhatsApp or email your introduction. Get associated as much as possible so that you can gen up. Starting from 8th class, 7th class, 10th and 11th must, and first year for CDS. It is a long-term, slow-paced personality development soft skill training, which will give you higher grading in your requirement when you come closer to your exams of CDS or NDA. So try and build up from the beginning. Okay. कहते हैं कि ड्रीम्स तो आपकी है, तो ड्रीम्स को आपको फुलफिल करना ही है। फिर बार बार मैं यही कहता हूं कि अरमान है तो पंख, अरमान है तो सपने सजाने होंगे, अरमान है तो सपने सजाने होंगे। पंख तो हम दे देंगे, आपको फड़फड़ाने होंगे। अरमान है तो सपने सजाने होंगे, पंख तो हम दे देंगे, आपको फड़फड़ाने होंगे। तो जस्ट come on board, or whichever way you want to learn yourself, do well. All the best. Thank you. Jai Hind. Good day.